messages here. Let's see. Okay, Love won't be able to make it. Jackie's going to be a little late. As far as I know, Israel's going to be around. Drew's usually a little late. Yeah, maybe we can just get started. All right, y'all. So we got one of the key projects for me, a to-do list application using React. So I'm excited for us to spend some time on that. And I wanted to kind of revisit something I was trying to push on you guys from last class. I was kind of thinking about it, and I feel like I kind of was telling y'all, just do it. And y'all were like, what do you mean? And so this idea of, I guess we keep on saying it's pseudocode, this idea of like talking out loud what you want to happen and then trying to implement it after. Starting simple and then adding the complexity later on with the traffic light project. So I thought it would be worth it to do it again here. So what I wanted us to try and accomplish here and just kind of talk about is when you have 3 buttons here, orange, apple, and broccoli. So if you click on one, I would like the background color of the button to change to the color that makes sense. Orange should be orange, apple is red, etc. Broccoli, green. That's one thing. And then this text right here, it says, I like to eat nothing. Instead of the word nothing, I want that word to change to the food. I like to eat orange. If did I misspell orange? Orange. Orange. Yeah.
Horrible.
And so when this is a modal right here that's saved in this component modal right here. That's just from Bootstrap. And for dessert, when you click it, it should say the juice of what you clicked on. Orange juice, apple juice, or broccoli juice. Yeah, and so like the direction I want you guys to go in with this is, like, I guess part of it is to identify what is the main thing to implement these changes. Like, if I click on this button, it gets a background color of orange. In order to do that, that's CSS, right?
Correct.
And then I like to eat orange. That's a simple HTML. You're changing a word right here.
Right.
And then modal, you can think about that. So what I would like to happen is only make the change without, eventually you're going to use UseState. I put a sample thing that you don't need to use. You can just have it there for reference to remember the syntax. But let's just make it look as if I clicked on orange. So we should apply a background color of orange, change that word, and figure out where in the code to make it say orange juice.
Okay, so we're hard coding it. We're not making it dynamic.
That's the perfect word, hard coding, yeah.
Okay.
And then hard code it so that way if you click apple, what should happen? Now this shouldn't be orange background anymore. It should go back to the default. Now this should be red. That should say apple. That should say apple juice. And then the same thing with broccoli. And as you're doing it, you should be thinking, like studying, okay, this part of the code change, that part of the code change. So that way you're brainstorming how you will eventually make it when you click it dynamically. JavaScript does it all for you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, let's start talking through that. If one of y'all want to share your screen, and me and Carlos can hang out and just give commentary as we go along or whatever.
Okay, Brandon, you want to start?
Do we need to copy that code first, or?
It's in the thing I put in the pin.
Oh, it's in the
VSX.
Hey, Israel.
All right.
Welcome. Go ahead and hey. Go in the Google chat. There should be something pinned. Go ahead and open that up and open up the code space. No need to fork it.
Okay.
And we're just starting pretty much. All right. Now, if you want to run it, that might help give some context.
NPM run start.
Yeah. So we have to use on click basically.
Yeah. But specifically, I want us to practice, like I said, hard coding it first.
Okay. Cool.
So that way you can brainstorm. Like, okay, you can do it on click, but if you don't know what needs to happen when you click, then what's the point? Kinda, is the point I'm trying to make, sort of.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right, let me sit with it for a little bit. Let me think.
You it's still loading, I imagine, Israel.
Just starting to install the npm package.
Okay. Well, why don't we demo it for Israel really quick? Brandon, share the live website and talk through what we're trying to make happen.
All right, there we go. Okay, so we're trying to, whenever we click on one of these buttons, we want the color to appear as the background. So for example, orange, once we click on it, it should change color, right? To orange. Apple should be red, broccoli should be green. Then the sentence should say, I like to eat, and then whatever the item is. So orange, apple, broccoli. And then dessert should say like orange juice, apple juice, or broccoli juice. Yeah, so all of these things should change based off of our selection here. The color, the sentence, and then the dessert should change. So right now we're just gonna focus on the orange and hard code it just so we understand what we're supposed to make dynamic in the future, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and this is kind of an exercise because I feel like the last class with the traffic light thing, I saw people like they put in the on click and they implemented the UseState change. So they were clicking and things were happening, but then it was like, okay, now what? Like, how do we use this to get where we want to be at the end? And So I think hard coding it, whenever possible, if you could hard code it first, that can answer some of those questions. So yeah, let's do it. Hey Jackie, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead and click on the message in the Google chat
Okay,
and open up the code space. You don't need to fork it.
okay,
Export modal.
thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, just to clarify. So hard code, you mean like to actually like would it have to do with this making a CSS file to make this happen?
Yeah, that's a good option.
But like for the sentence, right? Like right now, you want us to just
Yeah,
replace nothing with like what I'm doing right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Got you. All right. Hold on.
And they do have a CSS already, Shay. If you open up the styles folder,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's already connected.
Yeah. That's it.
Index CSS.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so right now we're doing the orange button, right? So when we click on it, it will change the background of the text.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, to orange, of course, right?
Yep.
right. And the text as well.
Yeah,
I like to eat orange, and then other thing missing for Brandon here would be the background.
CSS.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So right now button. All right. So
Ooh, they would need class names, no?
we do.
And then we could identify them.
I'll just I'm just making this up. So you can input commands.
You can delete all that.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Let's check it out. Let's look at the live website. Cool. So it looks orange. It says I like to eat orange, and for dessert, orange juice. Give me orange juice. All right. How about let's try this actually. So can you git add dot commit push? I hope it lets you. That probably won't. Try it anyway.
No.
We do git add dot.
Oops, get that.
Yeah, no, because then I gotta. Like.
I didn't fork it though, so would that? Should I push?
No, it's good because try it. I don't think it's gonna work because you need to be a collaborator.
No, it says denied, permission denied.
All right, I'm just gonna do it on here. So that's good. So Jackie, what we're doing right here is eventually go to the live site, Brandon.
Oh, yep. Oh.
Go ahead and run it up.
Oops.
Okay, so right now the goal eventually is if you click the button orange, it will change the color to orange like it is right now, and then the text will say I like to eat orange like right now, and if you click on the dessert, it says give me some orange juice.
Mm.
And the goal is if I click apple, it will change the color. That the orange will turn to gray again. Apple will become red, and then it'll say I like to eat apple, and for dessert give me apple juice. And so
Okay.
we will use state and on click to do that. But what the exercise we're doing right now is the first good step is to do it hard coded. And so right now, Brandon added a class name so he could put CSS to make it a background color orange. And he changed the text on line 12 to orange. And where did you change it in the thing? Modal. Okay, and he went here.
Right here.
21. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Orange. All right. So now, if you can share your screen, Jackie, this will be a good way for me to get you involved.
Okay.
All right. Now in the terminal, can you do git pull?
Get pull.
Yeah. Git like GIT. You have to use
Oh,
your arrows or just backspace.
GIT. Bueno,
Yes.
G-I-T. Ajá. Get pull. Okay. Enter.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's the changes. Now do npm run start.
Which one? Sorry.
npm run
NPM.
start. Mm-hmm.
NPM. It's together, right?
No.
No.
Spaces. npm space run space start. Already. That's weird. Go to your code again. Oh wait. Oh, because that's why. Hold on 1 second. Go to your click on the plus button on the right.
Where? Here in the terminal?
Yeah, I forgot to add um, Brandon's thing in the CSS. Orange. Okay, now in there do git pull. Oh wait, hold on. 1 sec. CSS. Okay, now do git pull. Okay. All right, now you can refresh your website. Or not. It's good. Okay, cool. Perfect. So now go ahead and make the change so that way it's Apple, like hard coded. So I don't want to see orange like that. I want to see orange should be gray now. I want to see apple as red. I want the sentence to say I like to eat apple, and for dessert I want apple juice. And to repeat, the whole point I'm trying to make here is, as we're making the changes manually, we should be thinking, okay, how will I eventually do this with UseState and on click? Sounds good, Carlos.
Okay.
I think a good first place is home JSX, and you can make your terminal smaller, and you can make your file thing smaller.
Yeah, I. Okay.
All right, great.
So the first thing is change the word you said.
It doesn't have to be first, but I think let's go in order from top to bottom, I guess. First thing is that we need the orange. It should have a gray background color, not orange. It should be gray. And we want the apple to have a red background color.
Okay, and I have to do it using UseState, right?
No. Eventually, that what right now, it's like that's the end goal. In the end, we will use the use state and on click.
Okay.
But in order to think, how will I do this? We're only using CSS and HTML to begin to think about it,
Okay.
So Brandon got us started, and he made only using CSS and HTML. He made it for orange. Now we're gonna do it for apple.
Okay. So I wrote here. He wrote there, level 1. So I have to make one for the bottom apple.
Sounds good.
So, okay.
I liked what you were doing before. You're just gonna say apple, right? For the
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
That's better to me.
Okay.
Make it red, just cause
Oh, I'm
we're
sorry.
gonna have.
I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
why I heard green.
Well, it's like a granny apple, so green yellow could be a granny apple, I guess. But just to keep it simple and different, because broccoli's gonna be green.
Okay. And then you need what you need then?
Well, we need the button to have a background color of red, because it's an apple.
Yeah, but when we pass or what?
What do you mean when you pass?
So you need that when I pass the mouse, it changed to red?
Yeah. Pero otra vez, estamos guardando eso para el final.
Okay.
Realmente cuando damos clic, va a automáticamente cambiar de color, cambiar el texto, etcétera. Pero
Mhm.
para lograr eso, estamos simplemente cambiándolo nosotros mismos para pensar cómo voy a usar JavaScript al final para que lo haga para mí y no tengo que hacerlo yo manualmente.
Okay.
Entonces, tú vas a cambiar el CSS y HTML como si, diéramos clic.
Okay. So aquí ya tiene el background red en
Ok,
CSS. Okay.
bien. Ujú. Entonces, ahora mismo el botón orange tiene ese background, ese colorcito. Pero yo no quiero ver eso en este momento. Yo quiero ver como si alguien hubiera dado clic en el botón de Apple. Y yo quiero
Okay.
que tú hagas ese cambio solamente cambiando el HTML y CSS, más nada. Y
Okay.
comenzaste bien, colocaste ese class, Apple, y ahora próximo paso.
Mm,
Anybody want to chip in? What we got next? We got the class. What's our next step? Any thoughts, folks?
So basically, take off for now, just for now, take off the color orange from the button word orange in your CSS, and then try to do that same. Try to make the color red for the Apple button, like you would, like you just did for the orange in your CSS.
I would say I like what she did with CSS so far. Let's try to only change the home JSX right now.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about in the future. It's gonna be simpler.
so I have to do it like that, like Shailene said.
Yeah. So what can she do? Right. So go to the live website. So currently the orange button has the background color.
Mm-hmm.
We need to change it so that way only the Apple button has the color in the background. So how can you change the code so that happens?
So if I do like Shailene said, I have to
No,
to
don't change the CSS. Only change home JSX.
okay. Um.
No, don't do that.
No.
No.
It's just we're still hard coding it, right,
Yeah.
Alex? Okay.
Yeah.
So you just add the new class name to the Apple. So the button for Apple should be probably class name equals Apple in quotations, and then she would have to remove the label one, right,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
for the orange. Yeah, you get that, Jackie?
Sorry, I didn't get it. Brandon, could you repeat it, please?
Yeah. So you would. So since we're just like hard coding it right now, you would just remove the label one as a class name for orange, so that it could remove the CSS color orange, and then you would add class name Apple to the Apple button. So that turns up red, and then orange would now go back to its default background
So
color.
I have to write like
Yep,
a class.
yep. Class name equals, and then Apple together. But it wouldn't be that Apple. Excuse me. It would be because for the CSS right now you have it labeled as a lowercase Apple. So um, what here put that A as lowercase in Apple.
Oh,
Yep. Yep. Put that A lowercase. Yep. There you go. And then put that A as lowercase and just add the word apple back in that button.
Here, apple.
Yep. No, so that would be capital case there, but the lowercase apple would be the class name because that's how you have it for the CSS style. It's a lowercase
Oh,
a. You see?
like this.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, where you? No.
Okay,
So
no.
you'd add the lowercase for the class name.
Oh, sorry, to the class name.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you
sorry.
go. No, you good. And then capital there, or however you want it, I guess. And then you'd remove the label one, so that it could remove that orange color from what we're seeing now from the orange button. So yeah, you could just remove that, leave it, I guess, as maybe an empty quotation, and then that should do it for you.
So I erase everything or
Just
only the.
label one. You could delete label one and then just leave it as empty quotation marks for now. So just add double quotations, empty, or whatever. So double quotations. Oh no,
Mm,
yep, right there. Add double quotations and then just close that bracket, and then you should be good.
like this, you
No, no,
said?
no. So you take orange out of it. You would have empty quotations for that class name. So
Okay.
because technically you're not attaching it to CSS yet. So yep, just like that, and then you could put capital O orange um as the button title, and that should do it. Yep, there you go. Yep. Hold on, but so you could spell out orange, and then you'll be good to go there.
So I wrote orange complete, or only you said that I let all. I didn't
Uh,
hear you
the
very
whole,
well.
yeah, the whole orange,
Okay.
ORANGE, and
Okay.
then it should pop up perfectly,
Okay.
perfect. And then go ahead, click the live browser, and then it should be, I think it should be fine now.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yep, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, and so we can study that, So go back to the code. We saw that the class name changed, right? When it was orange, we had label one, and then when we changed it, the apple appeared on line 10, and the other one went away. And we can skip it. We already know we're going to change the text on line 12 and then in the modal. So yeah, maybe let's go to Israel. Israel, if you want to go next.
Okay, just a second. Okay, let me change this.
Okay.
Something crazy here.
Cool. Yeah. So what do we think needs to happen after making those changes? Any thoughts? When we do the on click, specifically, what is the on click going to change so that way we reach our goal?
The class name.
Right. There you go. Exactly. You need to change the class name and then also the text.
Okay, yes, awesome. So 2 strings, right?
Right. Perfect. And so now that we know specifically what to do, we can start doing that. So in order to change a class name, how do we do that?
Okay, with the on click, right?
Yeah. Um
Oh, but you want me to put the the JavaScript or the JSX within the class name, the brackets to do the conditions.
Right. Set up that first. Yeah. It would
Okay.
be after the equal.
Oh, right, you're right. Uh, it will be class name for brackets.
Oh, get rid. You have an extra equal though after
Oh, right.
that one. Good.
Okay.
Okay. So first step, if you want to change the class name with JavaScript, you put curly brackets. Cool.
And then we use the this conditional, right? This variable, the sample state, right?
We could. But
Or then click.
but before that, inside the curly brackets, we put backticks.
Okay, so we're doing a temporary literal template. Okay.
Right. Perfect. So, is it giving you a error? No, no, it's not. Right.
No, that's good.
Perfect. All right, let's do the same thing with the other button, the apple and the broccoli, actually.
Okay.
All right. Cool. And so that makes sense though, how we kind of discovered more specifically what needs to change.
I don't, I don't. For me, I was.
Yes
Go
and
ahead.
no.
Yep, there you go. Yes and no. Yes and no.
I
For
think
me,
that the hard thing is like the logic inside of the curly brackets, the JS sets. That's like the hard part. What we're doing inside of the curly brackets, because we have to write like a conditional, right? Like if there is a class name, if it's empty, something like that.
Sure. Right.
because for me initially, I was thinking, okay, we need some type of array for the three fruits, and then an index. We need to find a way to index it.
That I love that you're sharing that, because when you do it manually, like we were doing,
Mhm.
it kind of focuses your energy. Because if you did make an array and an index, it would have been kind of a waste of time, because that's not at the heart to make this specific exercise work. You know what I mean?
I see. I see
You
what
could
you're
have made
saying.
an array and some index, but it would have been like, but we just saw what really needs to happen is the class name needs to be dynamic. You know,
Okay. Yeah, I see. I see. I see. Just going through it manually kind of let you realize what was the, I guess, bottleneck.
what's the bottom line? When I click,
Bottleneck.
here's the parts of my code that needs to change. You know,
Got it. Okay.
that's what it can help with sometimes. Sometimes it's not so simple, but sometimes it is. You know.
hmm
Um. All right, great. So let's try to do one of them. So um on click, so let's see. With the use state, the original value is an empty string, which is nice, because you know what we could do? Inside of the class name, put sample state and get rid of the backticks actually. Put sample state in each of them. In line 12 and line 14. Okay, now let's look at our live page.
Sorry, second.
Look at the live page.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is good. They're all gray, which is what we wanted, right?
Okay, because we have basically right now just empty class name.
Right, exactly. So now, if we click on orange, what do we want the state to change to?
Okay. Okay. So that's when we use the set state and change it to the class name that we already set, orange, on on
Right.
CSS. Is that right?
Sure. Yeah, I think that's a good way to go about it. Yeah, let's look at the code.
Okay. So we should do the on click first.
Right.
On click. Oh, what is this? What? Okay.
Arrow function in there.
No function. And
So that's the
then
steps. You do on click equals curly brackets. Inside the curly brackets, you put an arrow function. And so, by the way, an arrow function, if you're going to do only one line, you don't need curly brackets.
oh, right. Oh, okay.
Which in this case is kind of nice because we will use only one line. So only put the arrow, the triangle,
Okay. What's this? Okay.
and give a space. All right.
Let's just do.
So now we need to use the function to change the state.
We
Parentheses.
use the our orange plus.
Cool. And what do you have in your CSS?
What is it here? Background color.
Okay, orange color. How about change it to orange instead? Instead of orange color.
Yeah, you're right. Orange. Okay.
Okay, so let's pause there. Does that make sense for people?
Let me see.
Yes.
Sample state.
And I know you're just joining us, Drew, and all that. So let me know you as well if this is making sense here.
Sample state orange. Yep. Okay. So set sample state. You're calling the function. You put in orange.
Perfect, Drew. So you're coming off of mute, Shay. And you got anything?
Yeah, pretty much what Brandon says. Set sample state would be the function that we want to have it do. And so when it does it, it'll go to orange, right? When it clicks it.
Right. So the state will become orange. Oh, this won't work.
Mm-hmm.
They all became orange.
It won't work.
Work?
Because now all of them are going to be orange.
Yeah.
Let's go to your website.
Oh, because everything has the same.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Has the same state. Is that?
Same state.
Yeah.
Orange. Oh, so they all need their own on-click?
Oh, okay.
Well,
Or no?
I don't understand why.
So here's what you could do. And I only want to do this one and then move on because we don't got all day. Well, let me think. Would this be worth it for your project coming up? Let me think. Kinda, yeah. It would be worth it. Okay. So you guys remember if statements, right? Our friends' if statements.
Oh, okay. If else, okay.
Right. So if UseState is orange, then let's just do it on line 6 really quick. Just to remember. So like you could say if parentheses the sample state is orange, just like that.
You made the whole answer.
If it's equal to orange, you could put curly brackets, do this. And then you could say else, do something different, blah, blah, blah. So, and you can say whatever, cool. So there's a different way of doing this. is called a ternary operator. Fancy name. It's the same idea. It's like, if this condition happens, I want this, and if not, I want something different. So the way it works, you can get rid of that if statement, all that stuff. We can do it inside of line 12, the class name sample state. So a quick note is that, can you highlight the curly brackets right there of the class name? This is, you're allowed to use JavaScript inside of here. Okay. So sample state is a variable, which is a JavaScript thing, right? So technically, inside of the class name curly brackets, we can say 1 + 1, because that's JavaScript. It'll add it together and it'll come out as 2, right?
Mhm.
Cool. Now, we're going to do some conditional logic in here using a ternary operator. And the way we'll do that is we'll say sample state and then do a space, equal, space, and then a quote, orange. And then move outside of the quotes and put a question mark. So when you put a question mark right there, it's basically saying whatever is to the left of the question mark is a condition. Is sample state equal to orange? It's like, you're asking it, is this true? Okay, and now you can put a colon. Not that one, the other one. That one. So if it's true, if the condition is true, whatever is to the left of the colon is what it will give to you. Okay.
Oh, so we want the class name if it's orange.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but we should change the class name, right? Because we already have orange, right? Or I don't know.
No, I think that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it should be orange here, right?
Exactly. If the state is orange, then, and if not, we can just put an empty string.
Like this.
All right, let's try and process that. Let's walk through it one more time. So highlight sample state equals orange. Right there, that's the condition. Because it's to the left of the question mark. So it's asking, is sample state, aka line 5, is the sample state equal to orange? Yes or no? Now highlight to the left of the colon right there. Yep. If it's yes, if it is orange, this is what I want. What Israel's highlighting. Specifically because it's to the left of the colon. If not, highlight what's to the right of the colon now. If not, if the sample state is not equal to orange, just give me an empty string, an aka nothing. Okay. So let's try to do line 14, and Brandon, walk us through what we should type. Or Drew, you haven't gone yet.
Okay, you said in line 12?
On line 14.
14.
And you can use line 12 as a guide, and we're here to talk you through it too.
All right, so we're on P.
On what?
You said the P, line 14, the paragraph?
I don't see a no, it's a class name.
Learn the 14 line?
Yeah.
The apple.
Oh, the apple? Okay.
Yeah.
There's no paragraph tag. You might need to zoom in maybe.
No, I got a paragraph tag. I got
Oh, weird.
Yeah, we moved down a couple lines because we added some other stuff, on-click stuff on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, if you can look at
Apple.
Israel's screen.
Yeah, we're on the Apple button, Drew. Listen.
All right.
Oh, I see line 17 you're talking about. But oh yeah. So here we want to say if sample state
Yeah.
is
So
red, then
sample
make it
state,
red. If not,
sample state equal, pretty much parentheses Apple question mark parentheses again Apple semicolon.
maybe a little
parentheses.
slower because Israel's.
My bad, because I don't see Israel. I don't see Israel's screen. That's why.
Oh,
Can you look at it?
Got you.
It's in the Google
No, okay, okay.
meeting.
No, I had it unpinned. I don't know why it unpinned itself.
Gotcha.
okay.
Okay, my bad, my bad, Israel. But
Fine.
yeah, so it's three equal signs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it could be 2 or 3. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, equals Apple parentheses Apple
Apple.
question mark
Nice.
parentheses parentheses Apple. Oh, not no parentheses. My bad. The
Quotes.
quotes. Yeah, and then colon, and then yeah, quotes again.
Perfect. Nice.
Right. Back your colon up, just one tap. Your colon.
Sweet.
Your colon.
All right. Any questions about this? Anyone feeling a little like, whoa, what are we doing?
No, I think this makes sense because then what you do, right, is just make sure you got a CSS style for red as
Yeah.
Apple, right?
Right.
Okay.
It needs to match your CSS class. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And so now let's do the 61. Shailene, you want to tell us what to write?
Yeah, for broccoli.
Uh-huh.
So you'll double equal sign, space, in parentheses, in quotations, you put broccoli. After that, space, question mark, another space, and you put quotation marks, broccoli once more.
Well, let me throw you a curveball, if I may.
Okay.
Let's say your CSS class that will give it a background color green is literally green. What would be the one thing you have to change here?
The word broccoli.
Yeah, but you have that twice.
Oh, which one? Okay. Um,
Only one of them you need to change.
you said if is green, right?
If the CSS class was green, yeah.
The first broccoli quotation?
No, the other one.
Really? Because
Yeah.
I think if we see the on-click, that's the sample state equals broccoli. It would be the one that is inside of the on-click, right, Alex?
Exactly, yeah. Like,
oh, that's the first condition. Sorry.
right. Yeah, because... Oh, right.
Then it'll be the second word broccoli turn green.
Uh-huh. Yeah, let's do that.
And after that, colon. And then space, and then empty parentheses.
Right. Maybe I should have let you finish it and then ask you, because it goes like, which one's the first condition or second? But
So now it's saying if this is broccoli, wait, if this is not broccoli?
no, it's just if it is broccoli.
If it is broccoli, then it'll be green. Right? Wait, no.
Well, I'm glad I threw the curveball. So let's add on click now.
Okay.
And that might tie specifically for the broccoli one. Let's add the on click.
Yeah.
Let's type it out just for practice. That is smart, but so on click equals curlies. Uh-huh.
Oh snap!
That is
Always is given the whole answer without. How do you leave that, Alex? I don't want. I don't like that. I want to.
I think somewhere in the settings could probably be I don't
need
know
to
how.
add
I'll have to look that
Yeah,
up.
okay, I'll switch it off after. Okay, I don't like that.
It's like you try to unsee it, but it's like
Yeah, I
there's
want to try to think
right.
for myself when it's giving me the whole answer.
But yeah, so the first thing on click equals curly brackets. Inside the curly brackets, you put an arrow function. Great. Set sample state is the way to change it. Cool. And there it would indeed be broccoli. So we're changing the state to broccoli. And when we do that, then the condition to the left of the question mark says, is the state broccoli? Because of the on click, it is broccoli. So if it is broccoli, then the class name becomes green.
That's broccoli. Class name becomes green. Okay.
That's what it returns to us, which will align with the CSS file in the scenario I gave. Let's just make it consistent, I guess, just to like line 14. Let's adjust that.
Technically, we could keep it as apple. I could keep it as broccoli if you want to, right?
You could totally could.
CSS. Yeah.
But just to like push our brains a little harder to let's pretend let's pretend that our CSS, the class is red to make it a background color red.
Okay.
So a small spelling error.
Oh yeah.
For that set sample.
Oh, stairs, which is Spanish. Okay. Here, do you want me to change it to red, right? The class name.
I want it to be that the CSS class will be red. But here we'll change it to apple, the state.
Oh, okay. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I get confused again. So I should set sample should be this one, right?
Apple, exactly.
And I wanted to change it to red. Okay.
Right.
Just the CS. Okay.
Got it.
We should
so
do the same.
If the state is apple, then the class name will change to red. Exactly.
Okay. Green, red.
That's the way to think about it.
Okay.
All right. Nice. So let's update our CSS. We need orange, red, and green.
Orange, red, and green.
So Alex, quick question while that's going on. So the use state, right? So the use state in the state function is currently keeping track of what it currently is, right? So it's keeping track of what each button already states, right? Orange, apple, broccoli. Okay. So that's the default state.
Right. And so go back to the home. the default is line 5, the use state parentheses on line 5.
Okay.
All the way to the right.
So,
that thing.
Yep. So when you see like line 11, right? When we say set sample state orange, it's searching the HTML to match orange with what that button states. Like, well, how's it doing that? You see what I'm saying? Like, how's it tracking the default and say, okay, there's orange on the HTML? If that makes sense.
Good questions. So set sample state, all it does is it changes. So go ahead and highlight sample state on line 5. So the key to what you're asking, I think, has to do with highlight sample state and set sample state. So here's, I think, what we need to keep in mind. These two things right here are a pair.
Mm.
Okay, so on the left, you have the variable. Okay, which will hold a value, a string or a number or whatever else. On the right, which right now is set sample state, you have to think of it as a function.
Right.
And what that function does is it updates the value of the variable. Okay, so on line 11, when we set sample state to orange, it doesn't search the HTML at all.
Mm-hmm.
All it does is it changes the value of sample state on line
Sample
5.
state. So then, okay, so when it says equals UseState, right, and it has a default state, is it just pulling everything that's on that HTML that's in the HTML? So those buttons and
It's a
Placeholder,
the
no?
current state.
it's like a global variable kind of. It's a variable that can be spread around everywhere in the HTML. It doesn't
Okay.
really. It doesn't have an innate connection to HTML.
Okay, because I guess I'm wondering, like, if for example that on line 11, if there wasn't orange, right, as the parameter, if it was something else, like if it was something that wasn't even on the page, like how does it find that out? How does it know that? I guess maybe a stupid question, but like, how does it know?
How does what know what exactly?
I guess like how does the JSX know? Like, okay, like say I misspelled orange there. Like, what is it doing to check what's on that page? Does that make sense at all?